Greetings and welcome back once more to Let's Play Motorsport Manager. I am Fatimix and we are ready to get going towards Phoenix. And of course we're not going to skip through all this stuff this time because we haven't seen the lead up to Phoenix. Only 2 races left, each one escalating in importance. And of course the final one at Yokohama will be double points. We're going to continue moving forward, continue finishing ahead of Chapman, narrow that gap, which is now at 7 points, and give ourselves a chance there. The usual emails. Let's take a look at our interview. Harry Chapman's agent has been telling reporters all over town you're interested in signing his client up next season. Is this true? He's an interesting driver. We may look into it one day. That's about as positive as I'm going to be. So he's happy. Good for him. Good job on the pit stops. And Dieter Wexler has taken the top honors. Yes, I definitely was delighted. Nothing too exciting there. 12 hours? Okay. Repairs complete. So let's take a look at where we are. We've got about part of a day till that rear wing gets finished. We've got new sponsors to sign. Let's do that. We'll just take the $1 million up front from La Roca. Continuing to make money. Just signing them just because. And I put the suspension here for, it's not Wexler suspension, it's Saarinen suspension. It's his worst part in terms of reliability. I just threw it in there so that, you know, they'd be doing something. But we're working right now on the improving performance. These are the 4 parts from Wexler's car, as we can see, that are finished, maxed out on reliability. Not going to be improving them more this year. So we're just working on squeezing whatever we can out of them. And it says to be completed before the next race. That's of course not actually going to be true because we're going to finish the wing. Okay, and I just want to make sure that I am done with that. That I'm not going to want to improve it any further. You can see there's really not much. There's only the one without doing risky stuff. Yeah, that's the one that we have right now. So there aren't any other good components to add, unfortunately. We could add a 3rd one, but what? There's nothing that's not going to cause a problem. So we're going to throw that part on Wexler's car to adjust our rear wings. That means the suspension is the only part left. Yep, throw that on there, and Saarinen will keep that one as the most. Now we've been stuck at 75% reliability here, so we've got a little over 2 weeks. We're definitely going to want to yank this out of there. Throw those on and max out reliability. That'll get done before the race. Then we can switch back to part improvements. So we're going to have our 5th part totally up and ready for Phoenix GP. Now it's time for that suspension. And yeah, we'll just hit this one. It doesn't really matter which one. This first part is just getting one out. And onward we go. Just stops here because it's the 1st of a month. And we got a whole bunch of other other races going on that we're not concerned with. Of course, they're going to tell us about it anyway. Vancouver, the ASBC, ERS had their race in Milan. Now, when the reliability is done, it automatically switches everybody over. Show that real quick. And not having that one part in here, not great, but I'm not going to worry about it. Now we can see that if we continued like this, which I think we're actually going to, we're actually not going to max out, but we're going to come close to maxing out our parts here. Take a look at Phoenix, since we haven't looked at that before. 55 lap race. We're expecting dry weather. The good rear wings will help. Super soft, soft, and medium tires. So yeah, and our suspension is ready, which is the main thing we need to deal with. Let's do a new one. Right there, and I believe that's going to be our max one. It's going to be ready 4 days after Phoenix, then we'll get it ready for Yokohama, and look to have everything set. And I'm going to once again just throw that in there, but yeah, we're definitely going to shift the staff over. Don't want to forget to do that, because we're still primarily working on performance. Here, we look at Wexler. 5 100% reliability parts, 2 with reduced red zones. So that is looking good. And telemetry, yeah, that's all nice, but not going to really worry about it. In an emotional interview earlier today, Scuderia Rossini Dieter Wexler, driver, admitted he's been very distracted from his driving in recent months. I've had a lot going on in my life recently, and it's taken me a while to realize what I was put on this earth to do. Race, said Wexler. Starting right now, I'm redoubling my training regimen and making sure all my energy is spent on driving. I want to be the best driver I can be. Look at him getting back up there. He gets a +1 across the board for these last couple races. So that's going to be big for us, obviously, because we're going to have a better chance at continuing our streak, which we really need to do. It's looking like we've got to win the last couple races in order to take this title. Steinman Motorsport have been tipped to do well. They'd be amazed if Harry Chapman doesn't walk away with the top prize. Well, I'm going to be disgusted if he walks away with the top prize. I'm 7 points ahead of Wexler, and I feel like I can extend that lead this weekend. Why wouldn't I? At the moment, my team is stronger, and so am I. Oh, so we're throwing down the gauntlet. And if you look at the 2 races, by the way, well, let me do the calendar. We've got, see top speed, medium speed corners, and high speed corners. And there, we've got great brakes, and we're going to have a new suspension. So I think that Phoenix really is the key. I feel like if we can beat Chapman on this track, then we can also do it in Yokohama. So I'm really thinking, like, it's more likely than not championship going to be won or lost in Phoenix, which is what we're about to head into. If we take a look at our car rankings, we've narrowed the gap a bit. Yep, there we go. We are now up to first. Our car is better than Steinman's. Still only second in acceleration, but our gearbox almost as good. You look at our rear wings. We're third now, and we've narrowed the gap with the new stuff. So the strategy in terms of improving the parts and whatnot really seems to be working. And nice to give Saarinen that little bit of boost there. We can see on all these, you know, we're a handful of points away from maxing it up. 12 points away on the gearbox. But we've got 5 of Wexler's 6 parts, still getting better. So he's got renewed passion for racing. His car is improving. Never know when disaster might strike, but things are looking really good for us at the moment. We'll go with the second place. We'll be very upset if we don't manage to hit that. And our usual mix of tires that I have settled on, 8, 5, and 2. It has been working well for me. I find no reason to change it. Happy, reasonably happy. And let's take a look at our weather. Yeah, it's not supposed to have any rain at all. Low fuel burning, very high tire wear. So that's interesting. I'm gonna switch this down to 7 and 3, just in case we want to use the mediums due to the tire wear. I don't think we're going to want to do that, but you never know. Let's just play it a little bit safe. Okay, let's see what practice has for us here. Of course, we're going to stick with Wexler and Saarinen. Down to 80% there. Since the engine is crucial, we're only going to bump it down to 90. We don't want to blow the thing. Or actually, no, we will bump it down to 80 because it's got the lower red zone. Still a 70% gap in there. This one we can bump down to 70 for our brakes. Gonna stick right there with the suspension. 70 here as well. And we're only gonna bump this down to 90. So we've got the same 330 gain that we had last time. Just to get a little bit here out of the engine for Saarinen. That'll stay put, and bump down to 80 here. And yeah, gonna stick with that. Ended up getting 5% better on the suspension for Saarinen. Hopefully that'll help it last a bit more. And we can see speed obviously going to be critical here. Something like that. I think we're going to want super softs for qualifying. I'll go ahead and start out on those. And we're definitely I think we're going to probably want to use soft tires mostly during the race to sort of balance out the tire wear issue. Wexler looking very good again today. We're going to start out on the super softs though, for both drivers. little bit more downforce to start things off for Saarinen. And he's looking pretty good too at 6. Maybe a bit more acceleration, something like that. Let's see how it goes. See what Chapman and Holtz have in store for today's adventure. And we're just going to use the default stints. Just so I don't spend any time making adjustments right at the beginning. So we've got this long oval, or half oval really, and then you basically reverse it and go inside it. Bit of a hairpin there. So a mix of turns, but on that long slope around the outside, starting right here. This is speed. That's what this is. All the way around. Surprisingly, nobody with anything to say yet. Saarinen wants longer ratios. Okay, you come in first then. And Wexler happy with his arrow. You can see this is a fast track, less than a minute. Well, we pegged the downforce on the first try for Saarinen, so that's nice. 80%, not half bad at all for an opening start. Usually it's in the upper 60s, low 70s. And, okay, I'm thinking we're definitely probably going to want to go with more speed, not less. And we'll switch to some understeer. Something like that should be in the right ballpark. Let's switch over to a little bit of qualifying trim. And stick with the super softs for now. We've gotten up to level 1 on super softs and race trim. There's Nina Holtz and Chapman going a bit faster, but it's early. Nobody has locked in their car yet. And there's Wexler setting a new best lap. He hasn't said anything yet, but I still want to bring him in. He's obviously not going to be totally dialed in at this point. Holtz now beating him all the way around the track. And yeah, now he wants better handling, so... Wants more responsive handling. Again, downforce right on the button. 84%. So if he wants more responsive handling, it looks like he wants it right on the end there. And of course, he could be wrong because it could be back the other way. But let's give him a little bit more speed. Yeah. I'm liking that. I want to keep him on the race and keep, well, no, we'll switch him to qualifying as well. I'll switch back to the race trim later and some soft tires. Not quite time for that yet. Bolt slightly improving on her previous time. Let's see how Saarinen does here. He is in 4th. He's liking his handling. Level 2 Super Softs. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're going to like the handling better the other way. Level 1 qualifying. Definitely want to switch Wexler to softs now when he comes in. And then Saarinen after we get to the top on that. He's happy with his speed. Yeah, we definitely made it worse. Stick on qualifying for now. Switch to softs. Okay. That was okay. This is poor. That was good. This is okay. Okay, so we need more acceleration. Maybe about there. And on the handling, probably further out. So he was wrong about the handling. He wants understeer. And that should be a decent try. Saarinen now coming in. Are we going to get to level... Oh, might have switched it back to super softs a bit later. But right now I want to get some softs up. I don't think he's quite going to get there. We're about halfway on both trims here. Saarinen looking much better now. 93%, so that's a good base to tweak from. Regular race trim onto the soft tires. From okay to great there, and from poor to great here. A little more speed, a little less. Let's try that. Simple tweak. And of course, the tires. And these temperatures, we can see that like the soft tires were heating up really fast, even on neutral. The super softs, rather. We're not going to want to run on those much at all. I think we're going to go with soft tires, the in-between ones. Although you can make an argument for mediums. And look at all these cars out here with mediums. So we could be making a poor decision here. There's Chapman setting the fastest lap now. But we're not that far back, just 0.3 seconds. Question is, do I want to put any work into mediums? Do I want to be able to like be versatile enough for super softs or mediums, or bang out, or regular softs or mediums, bang out the super softs? The thing is, even at neutral, the tires are heating up. I like the idea of running longer. So I think I want to switch and put some work into mediums, in fact. We're getting close on qualifying. Wexler's coming in now. So we'll switch him up to mediums. I think having some improvement in all three tires as opposed to having none is just going to be better for us. And again, since I haven't done this track before, it's throwing me off a bit. But the heat, I want to check the weather. Oh, I can't check the weather for the... But we're mid-20s Celsius. So we'll see. If it's cooler than that on race day, then softs are going to be okay. Alright, switch up to mediums. Use one of these here, we'll still have enough for two later. I'm really glad I added on that third tire set. Yeah, let's just go out for a bit and get that qualifying trim. Add a bit more acceleration and understeer, I think. Might end up being the wrong way here, but we'll find out. I think I want to bring in Saarinen after this lap. Okay, qualifying. You're in, you come in. Six minutes left yet. Excellent, excellent, and good. Well, we've hit 2 out of the 3 now. Let's switch you onto your mediums. Okay, so we want a little more acceleration. Okay. I want everybody on race trim now. I want to balance out what we can do with the mediums and regular softs. So we're looking for more acceleration about there. Let's give that a whirl. And then here comes Wexler. And we've hit it with him. So he can just go right the heck back out. Except that we do want to switch to the race trim with him. Nice to have that dialed in, so we know that's not a problem anymore. So we're going to hit the race trim easily. We're at the qualifying trim. Question is in balancing out our tires. I hate being that close and not quite there on the super softs. I don't think it's going to be worth making a change there, though. I definitely want to wait till we get a little closer, get these guys out here for some more laps. See how high that medium's going to get. There we go. Maxed out on the race trim. Now it's officially just about the tires. Level 1. Saarinen happy with his speed balance. Be nice to have somebody go out on super softs real briefly right at the very end, in the last minute, say. Like everybody's happy. About to hit level 2 on the mediums. Okay, I'm gonna bring in Wexler and have him do the super softs. And then see if Saarinen can get us to 3 on the mediums. And if not, then that's fine. He's not going to have time to come back in, so we're pretty much where we are. Third and sixth position is just fine. And I think we're going to be stuck at level 2 on the softs and mediums. So for making mid-practice adjustments on a new track, I'm pretty happy with this. But this is one of those where, you know, it's a little more complicated here. We need two tire types. Has been fine before, and it wasn't now. So Saarinen not quite dialed in, but he's close. But we need all 3 tire types on this track because you want the softest ones for qualifying, and then we're going to use the harder 2 in the race. So that's a little bit rough. Okay, so a lot's going to depend on how warm it is for race day, but we are off to a decent start. Practice complete. We're reasonably competitive. Wexler half a second behind Chapman, and he set his time on the harder tires. He's the only guy in the top 6 who didn't set his time on super soft, so we're feeling good about his ability to be competitive. We didn't get to level 3, but we got to level 2 on the softs and the mediums, so I'm not feeling great. I'm feeling pretty good though. So we are set up. It's time to find out what happens in Phoenix qualifying and the race itself as we try to push forward. So that'll be up next time. Until then, thanks for watching.